Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me for card number 4 in my Use What We Have Christmas series this year. I'm starting off with a couple of pieces of Nina Solar White, and I have used these 3 embossing folders. I think all 3 might be from Doris, and I have just embossed these to get the 3 different patterns. Now one of those folders does have lots and lots of patterns on it, and I probably could have just used this piece alone, but anyhow, these are the 3 I chose, and you could use any folders that you have at all in your stash. The pattern is really neither here nor there. I just chose 3 random patterns that I liked. No rhyme or reason. And so from there, I am just going to create these 3 little presents that will be on the front of the card. And I want the card to kind of have 3 different sized presents. So in this first one, I'm just finding the pattern that I like, and I will cut out that little sort of a diagonal striped pattern. And my daughter was sitting right beside me during this, so she was having a ball with all of the scraps and creating her own little bits and pieces, so they have not gone to waste, that's for sure. I didn't necessarily have specific sizes that I needed, so I was just cutting down pieces that I liked out of these 3 patterns. And now I'm just kind of figuring out an order that I think looks nice. And this one was a wee bit big, so I actually ended up cutting that one down a little bit further. I hope you guys are enjoying this new Use What I Have series this Christmas. I am really enjoying it, and I have so many cards filmed that I really need to find time to edit and get out. And so I'm really enjoying it. So I hope that you guys are finding some good ideas that you can replicate or use what you have to do something similar. Now I have this middle panel, the white panel that's down the middle, is going to what these 3 little presents are going to sit on. And I also want to leave a little bit of room for the sentiment to go across there too. So I did think that this white panel needed to kind of stick out a little bit more. So I am going to cut another panel out of the same 80-pound Nina Solar White. And I want this panel to just have a little bit coming out each side, the left and the right side of this very center panel. And I am going to end up colouring this one just so that it helps that the main centre panel stand out a little bit more. Here's the stamp set I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Ho 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 from the stamp set, and this is one, I think I picked this one up last year, a year ago, and this is from AliExpress, and if it is still available, which I think I've seen it, I will link it down below. This is also the little stamping tool from AliExpress. I have a review on this on my channel, I believe, and so I do use this still occasionally, in particular when my other stamping tools are busy. They have things in them already. This one is just fine, and I still use it, so it's good. I am just stamping the little Ho 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 in some Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide ink. I am going to use that green ink to colour one of the centre panels, so it's really good to have the same shade of green throughout your project. So I'm doing this really quick and careful, but first of all, just on a side note here, I was thinking I've been meaning to show you guys how I store my little foam blending pads, and so I have this is like a stuffed tainer, the containers, and this is the skinny one, I think. These little Velcro dots are from AliExpress, and I will link those down below. And I just stuck them inside the container and then used my label maker to create a label for each of the foam pads. And so I must say, I've tried lots of different ways of storing these, and this is definitely the best way that I like at the moment. It keeps them in order. They don't transfer ink from one color to another. I don't have to go searching for the color that I need. They're already right there. And I have some spares along the bottom too, just in case one gets a bit yuck. But anyway, I just thought I would show you guys that. So I've picked out the Mowed Lawn one, and I'm just going to color down either side. I'm not worried about coloring in the middle because no one will be able to see that. It will be all colored up. So it doesn't look flash to us, but no one will know once it's all put together. Here's that little sentiment that I had stamped in the Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to cut it down to a nice thin little strip, and that will go in between the presents as well. And then it's really just a case of putting it all together. What I am going to do for the presents, this is some baker's twine. I have had this for years and years and years, so I have no idea where I got it from, I'm afraid, but any string or twine that you guys have, again, will be absolutely fine. And I went for the red because I have, obviously, this is a bit of a Christmas card, so a bit of a red and green theme. And I am just wrapping the presents in this twine. And I wrapped all three of them, and I wrapped one just with a single piece of string around it, just to be a little bit different. And then I actually made the bows separately. I find that much easier to, instead of trying to make the bow all at the same time with the same string, I just cut a separate piece of string to make the bows. And you'll see me attach those right at the very end. So just using a little bit of liquid glue to put these panels down, that way I can kind of slide it into place nice so that it's nice and even. And then I am using some big fat foam tape, and this is from AliExpress as well, and I'll try and link that down below. And just filling in those little bits there with the extras. And I have found that my large Tim Holtz scissors cut the stuff really well without leaving any residue on the scissors. For whatever reason, my mini scissors off the Tim Holtz ones get really gunked up with it, so who knows, go figure. These are some mini foam squares from AliExpress, and I'm just putting a few on the back of the little sentiment. I am also going to pop up each one of the presents on these foam squares as well. I'm going to put quite a few foam squares behind so that they are nice and supported, and kind of space them out down the card. And the little ho 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 sentiment is going to go beneath these two presents, but above the bottom present. So I was just figuring out which way would look best and sneak that one right in there. I am leaving a little bit of room to put these little bows on, and I did find there's lots of different ways to do it, but for me a hot glue gun was just the easiest way to quickly put these little bows on and have them stay nice and secure. Cutting off the little ends, and that is pretty much the end of this card today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all the positive comments from all of you, and I will see you in the next video. I just need to get editing. Okay, thanks. See you later. Bye.